All right, we're live.
All right. Well, good morning, everyone. For those of you that don't know me, I'm Ariane Marcy, Executive Director of El Paso Opera. Justin Lucero and I are here today just to kind of talk Bon Appetit. We are so excited. This show is finally 3 days away. For in case you don't know, this Saturday, February 6th at 7:30 p.m., we have our live stream for Bon Appetit. Yes, that show we've been talking about for probably a year and a half now, because unfortunately it was supposed to be last March of 2020. We all know what happened in March of 2020. So we're finally here. We're finally getting ready for this show. So we decided to come together today and just take this opportunity to discuss all things Bon Appetit, kind of answer every question we think you could possibly come up with. We want to make sure that you have the answer to. So again, just making sure you are aware, this Saturday, February 6th at 7:30 p.m., Bon Appetit will be live streamed from our YouTube Live via private link. So how do you get that? Tickets are available. Tickets will be sold up until 6 p.m. on Saturday. Visit epopera.org for all of those details and to process your ticket, $25 or pay what you can. So you get to choose the cost of your ticket. But before we get into all those details, you want to know about the show and we want to tell you about the show. So Justin, tell us all the tasty details.
Sure. Wow. Pressure. Tasty indeed. We've been working really hard the last few weeks. We're really excited to be showing you what we've come up with. As Ariane said, it's been well over a year that we've been itching to put this on for y'all. And I remember when we were making all the plans to do this live in a theater like we normally do. And even though some people are, lamenting, how do we do all this stuff on YouTube and online and digitally? And we're opera people. We don't do movies or films. It actually was like, you know what, let's take that challenge. Let's make it an opportunity to be creative with the storytelling. Because after all, this is a Julia Child opera, and Julia Child was a TV personality. So we were able to actually capitalize on the fact that we're filming this to make it feel even more like a hybrid of an opera in a theater on a stage and Julia Child on a television show behind a camera. So it's a really interesting way of like mashing those two things together. We're so fortunate to have Will Seifert as a part of our company, who's a guru in all things film. I mean, his wealth of knowledge, his experience, and all the things that he's done in his accomplished career just made it a no-brainer for us to say, hey, you want to work on this with us? And it's been a blast. I'm not a TV film director person, but having Will alongside, it's been so much fun. You've been there. What does it feel like being on a film set rather than on an opera set?
Well, again, it's totally different because a large component of what we always do is live performance. And so it does take a little bit of an adjustment to say, okay, well, we're not live. And now what do we do? But again, the opportunity to kind of make the best out of that situation presented itself. And I think it's been a lot of fun for us to kind of watch it being filmed and then see what happens with that final product. There's just some really cool editing that we've done with this, some cool things that we don't think you're going to want to miss. And I don't know, I'm really excited about it. I really am. And I'm excited to finally, push play and have this show, even though live audience or not. They're still a live audience. It's just a live audience from your own home as opposed to being a live audience there with us.
Absolutely. And, we keep talking about the Julia Child opera. Cherry Duke, who performs Julia Child, is absolutely fantastic. It's this really wonderful interpretation of what the icon is like through Cherry's talent. But a lot of folks don't realize that that's only half of the event, half of the evening. Right. The first half of the evening is comprised of our resident artists who are all tackling a different food-related piece of music. It spans opera to Broadway. And that was another way that we were able to really capitalize on the fact that we're doing this in a different medium. So rather than having, what we normally do in our artists entering the stage, standing there with the musician and performing for an audience, we went a little bit further and we created kind of, music video feels for each individual song and each individual artist. And so that was a lot of fun for me and for Will and for the artists to figure out what it's like to perform a song, not face to face for a live audience, but in a kind of character, moody music video way. And so, we have 8 different pieces of music performed by our resident artists. Many of you know our resident artists from the different things that we've done this year, especially Curbside Opera, which was such a blast back in the summer. Heather Dials, Taylor Trolia Giron, Sarah Neely, Mauricio Perusquia, Emily Merritt, Mariana Sandoval-Lintz, Annie Pennies, and Holly Messarch. And each of them just did such a fantastic job. I think you all are going to absolutely adore what they've presented and how Will and I are presenting it in a little different way.
And I think, we're really lucky because, of course, we all know COVID's not over yet. We're still having to use all sorts of safety protocols and COVID mitigation efforts. So the opportunity to have a show where we bring someone in from out of town just kind of presented, of course, all sorts of other safety issues with quarantining and just, testing and things like that. So we decided, of course, let's look within. Who do we have here? We have a tremendously talented roster of resident artists. Cherry Duke is local to El Paso. So we were able to capitalize on these local artists that I'm just so proud to be affiliated with El Paso Opera. So there's no sacrificing the talent or the show, and yet we were able to do so with all local performers and make it as safe as a production and rehearsal period as possible. So I'm really proud that we were able to do all of those things at once.
I agree. And speaking of, it really does take a village to do anything, opera, on stage, traditional or not. And not only those performers that we've mentioned already, Cherry and all of the resident artists, but we've had Dr. Ezequiel Mesa on piano for all of the various pieces. We've recruited Maestro Dr. Hunter from UTEP, who is conducting Bon Appétit. And, when we say it takes a village, it's not just the artists, but I'm going to flash some names for us while we talk about them.
Yeah, we have great sponsors for our season, as well as El Paso Electric specifically for this show. And then we also have our Support the Stars underwriting campaign. And you can see some of our steadfast, dedicated donors who stepped up yet again, even in the current climate, and were able to help us put on this season. We're so grateful for that. Part of our Support the Stars campaign is also recognizing a specific long-term supporter with our Maestro Award. And so I'm thrilled also to thank Ann Ward as our Maestro Award recipient for 2021. She's just been, again, steadfast, committed supporter, donor, also, went with me to Houston to preview an opera a couple years ago. So Anne certainly has been dedicated to the cause. So like you say, takes a village, and we're here for the community. We're a community organization, but we couldn't do what we do without all of this tremendous support. So I am grateful. I'm grateful. So again, I've got some sun in my face there. Excuse me.
Yes, I want to say congratulations to Anne also. Thank you so much for all your support, and for all our Support the Stars underwriters. Thank you so much. El Paso Electric for presenting the evening. Ariane, actually, can I ask you, help me remember what I need to do to watch the show? Okay. Normally, I just drive to a theater, park, and I'm ushered in. What do I do this time?
So obviously, of course, things are different. This is a YouTube link. But it's a YouTube link you have to get from us. You're not going to go to YouTube and just do a search. On Friday and then again on Saturday, because we want to make sure that you got it, you get an email from us that has a link, and all you have to do is click and it will take you to the show. Now, I recommend that you watch it on a laptop or your tablet. Your phone is probably a little small to enjoy all that the show has to offer, but it really is that simple. You're going to access your email. And then in your email, you will see an email from El Paso Opera. In it will be the link to watch the show. It will take you to that private YouTube link. Again, it's not public, it's private just for the ticket holders. So if you don't have a ticket, you can still do that until 6 p.m. on Saturday by visiting epopera.org. And then just get comfortable and watch the show. Now, if you have a smart TV, there are some workarounds to watch YouTube live on the smart TV. They have internet browsers. You can go and type in everything from that private link. If you want some extra instructions on that, give us a call. We'll walk you through it. The simplest thing, really, check your email, click on the link, enjoy the show. I think that that's probably the simplest way to do it. So,
yeah, that's really helpful. Some people are just like super stressed. How do I do this? How do I do this? You said so. Once you've got your ticket from us, you'll be on our list on Friday and on Saturday as a fail-safe. You'll get the link that will automatically take you to YouTube. And if you've got the link, you'll be able to access it right on your laptop or your desktop computer. And then if you want to try and finagle with tethering it to your television or something extra, you can call us, email us, and we'll help you figure that out in advance shortly.
And I do recommend, if you want to try something like that, test it in advance, because we don't want you to miss any of the show. We don't want you to end up missing. It's going to be fun just from the beginning. Also, in that email that you get from me is not just the link to watch the show, but also a link for a digital program. So you have all of the information. You'll see, of course, all the different songs and the different resident artists, where the songs are from. Bon Appétit also has just all of the credits and everything. So again, those will be 2 links in that email, and we try to make it as simple as possible. Click and watch. I think it's going to be easy for you.
Well, we got a question, actually. Talk about the food delivery for those people that have done that, right? Okay,
so the food orders have closed. We do have a chunk of people who have purchased the food package. If you have, we're busy working on the schedule for our deliveries. Those will be out between 10 and 2 p.m. on Saturday. One of our El Paso Opera drivers will take them out, get it delivered to your house. But of course, that's if you have already purchased and arranged for that. The orders for that are now closed. But thank you, Tiffany, for that question. But yes, those deliveries will take place between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m.-ish, depending on traffic, of course, this Saturday. So pop it in the fridge. And then once it's time for the show, you can sit there. You'll have your delicious charcuterie board, courtesy of Classy Meets Modern, your chocolate cupcake, courtesy of Sweet Addiction, and just hopefully a little extra something there to help you enjoy our show.
And speaking of enjoying our show, I just can't stress enough how much fun it's going to be on Saturday. But really, I had such a blast putting this on. A lot of you have seen some of the promo videos that Cherry Duke did for us in character as Julia Child. And, I wanted to show you a little special sneaky blooper that we have for you just for, joining us today on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Here we go. Let's see this little blooper of Cherry's. Let me find it. Here we go.
I'm Julia Child, here to remind you to get your Pay What You Can ticket to our February 6th, blah, 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 blah. We're going to do it again.
I get a kick out of that one.
I'm Julia Child, here to remind you to get your Pay What You Can ticket to our February 6th live stream show. It'll be delicious.
There we go. It will be delicious.
Yeah, I'm just really, really excited. I can't talk about it enough. I think what Will has accomplished as our director of photography and film editor, and what all the staff and musicians and artists have done, it really is a testament to us making something happen. This is going to be the icing on the cake to this year. So yeah, what else do we have, Ariane?
I think that's it. This Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Get your tickets in advance, $25, or pay what you can, as it says there in the ticket, via epopera.org. And of course, if you have any questions, You can email us, info@epopera. You can message us on Facebook. You can call us on the phone. All of our information is there on the website. So we try to be very accessible to answer any questions you may have. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you at the live stream.
Ciao.